Homer, your job is always put food on our table, and the kids will get over it.
And what about loving me?
Oh, Homer, come here.
What?
Come here.
Oh.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful.
Oh.
You are so beautiful to me. So beautiful. You are so beautiful.
La 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 la.
You're everything that I hope for.
La 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 la.
So beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. Beautiful to me. You are so beautiful.
I'm everything you need.
You are so beautiful.
Dear God, give a bold babe.
Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No. Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No. You are so beautiful.
La 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 la.
You're everything that I hope for.
La 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 la.
So beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. Beautiful to me. You are so beautiful. You're everything.
Dear God, give a bold babe.
You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramuth, or Dara for short, because obviously some people still have the alliteration problem of saying the word Daramuth, but that's okay. I'll be your teacher for tonight with my substitute, Vlad. He knows English pretty well, so we'll get you straight.
That's questionable, actually, to be honest, because I still struggle with your name. When someone asks me, I'm like, man, let me get back to you on that.
It's like that one. It's like this word, right? You know, this long, elongated word. It's that one word. It's too tough for me, man. I'm
It
out.
is.
I'm out.
It is. Yep. No. Yeah. It's it's above my pay grade. Like
You're
I
getting
don't know.
paid? What?
Oh yeah, man. Every day.
I'd like to see that paycheck. I'd like to see, because I'm not getting paid out of this. I'm not getting anything out of this. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, that's what the day job's for, right?
that is
It's all
definitely
fed.
true. That is definitely true.
Keeps all
But
fed.
yeah, especially since this is kind of like a roller coaster ride, and unfortunately, there are not enough paying customers for the roller coaster. But that's okay anyway. But anyway, welcome to another Dare Chat. Obviously, I get to have on the. Uh, well, let's just hear him talk. Hello, Vlad. How are you?
Yeah, you can't say too much good about me. It ends up coming back on you, right? In some form or fashion. Like my friend Tony, he was talking good, in a
Yeah,
video game, and he got a nice bullet to the back of the head. I couldn't help him. That's what happens when you
sometimes
talk good.
yeah,
You know,
sometimes you're just like, yeah, you look at you're driving forward and you're looking in that rearview mirror and you say, "Wow, that looks like a rhinoceros coming at me," and then all of a sudden you hit into a truck because you weren't paying attention to what was in front of you.
yeah, yeah. Look at over there, squirrel, and you look
Mm.
back, there's a tree. What for? Just
Wait
snuck
a
up on me.
second. Oh my gosh. It's almost like the tree was trying to take you out after all. Oh my goodness. But anyway, how are you?
Sometimes, man,
Yeah,
sometimes you
sometimes. Oh
wonder.
yeah. Yeah, I do wonder, but it's either an oak or a yew, but I'm not gonna try to distinguish that. But anyway, how are you there, Vlad?
I'm doing pretty good, for how my life has been unfolding recently. I'm actually doing alright. I can't complain.
Well, that depends on
Wouldn't
if
really
it's a
do a whole lot of good.
is a good unfold or a bad unfold? Is it like that paper fold thing where you do the whole count thing and then like you open another flap, it says color red, then you have to do 3 letters and all this stuff, or is that completely different?
No, I mean, it's not necessarily been good. I can't
Right.
say, like, I don't know, where do you start? Um,
Usually you just say chew and then you just go on from there, really.
well, so at one point, when we started our channel here on Rumble, I had a co-host who was my,
Oh.
girlfriend at the time. She's no
Oh.
longer with us, so,
Ah.
in the channel
Yeah.
anymore. She
Yeah.
she parted ways, so to speak.
Right.
Didn't wanna do it no more.
Understandable. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but the not unfortunate part, well, it is unfortunate that we have to go through a fight for our kid now, because there's a kid involved, so,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's not fun. I don't
No.
recommend it to
Mm-mm.
anyone ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
There's certainly a I mean, usually more not when it's talked about. It's usually like they're mostly just single moms out there, right? Like those just show more single
Mhm,
moms and all stuff. But there are single dads out there, and whatever the reason may be of how they got to that point. Obviously, some people are married, some
mhm.
people aren't. Some people their partner passes on, and then stuff like yours where it just gets kind of messy. But I mean, beyond that point, um, there are single dads, there are single parent dads out there, and it's
Oh, yeah, and I'm
big.
among them, and I commend them for it 'cause it only makes you stronger when you have to carry a little extra load, add
And
to the rock you're carrying uphill, so to speak.
that's right. Sisyphus rolling the boulder up like up the hill and then it coming back down again and
Mhm.
rolling it up. After a while, Vlad will become part of the Greek mythology, and we'll be like, "Is it Sisyphus or Vlad?"
Yeah,
Always depends.
I have my closest friend actually in, IRL. He
Uh,
says I am known to him as the barbarian scholar. Uh,
Interesting.
yeah, he's pretty well called me that for, I don't know, ages now.
And why does he call you that though?
Well, the barbarian is, I take to my Viking heritage, so
Yeah.
there's, that, and
Mhm.
then the scholar is, I do a lot of science, stuff,
Nice.
and then my job has even escalated into the realm of someone who might be smart or is might look smart.
All you need, I've learned this, right? All you need is a good pair of glasses and a suit. Done. You're already looking smart.
That too, and for a smart person out there, if you wanna know the trick, you have to pretend to be incompetent so that you raise to the level of your incompetence. Even though you're not incompetent, you just kinda gotta, like, pretend you are, and then you start failing upwards even though you were
Mhm.
meaning to go upwards anyways.
Look, this is a little too fast. Can you just talk slower? No.
Yeah.
Look, I was trying to scribble past that point. It's not working. I gotta throw that away. Oh my goodness. But no, yeah, it that's for all it's worth though, there is something that's called the Peter principle where people fail or succeed upward.
Upward, yeah,
Yeah.
it's you succeed, yeah, that and that's pretty true.
Mm.
Like, I've now, gotten to the point where I'm even actually kinda looking at the situation in my job, and I'm going, "I actually might be failing upward at this point." Like, I might have been I might have got outside my pay grade.
Just like, God dang, what do they want again? Look, we'll just push it off till tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes you wish you could.
Yeah, no, but I mean, that's great though. I mean, science and stuff. There are a lot of people who like science, although you'll have difference of opinion on the sciencey realm. But I
Well,
mean,
the science is my hobby. Okay, the day job is I'm actually now writing test programs for,
oh,
So I work for a wire harness manufacturer,
Oh,
and I was I became part of the QC department, and then
oh,
from there, I've migrated to working underneath the number two of the company, and I'm now helping them write the test programs that we test our harnesses against to ensure accuracy
nice.
on the build. So,
That's nice. Not only is that nice, but it that's like under number 2, usually you'd say,
yeah,
"No, not here." But that
yeah,
that's
no, yeah, I crossed that threshold, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it became a very serious thing when both him and the boss sat me down and were like, like, "Can we rely on you?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, I'm 100%."
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And what's the pay grade again? I just as a forewarning, right? Like I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, I haven't asked numbers yet because uh,
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait till maybe after next year, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk figures.
There you go. That's right.
Train up in the position, get good,
Yeah.
and then because it is outside my field.
Yeah. But, if it pays well, I mean, like, my mom would always tell me, like, if the job pays well, you might as well go for it. Um,
Mhm.
Because obviously I've been through many jobs. I used to deliver pizza a long
Oh,
time
I've done
ago.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I always love it.
Hopefully
I delivered pizza. I was near a place where there was a college, and I always loved it when summer came around, and they would have summer camps, and they would not tip at all.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
No, I think most of my life was doing something on the road, driving tow truck, delivering newspapers, or, delivering pizzas.
wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to deliver for, Papa John's, big old Papa J. Um, but, um but yeah, the problem of it was that it you so if you've ever done any sort of not you, but, like, if anyone out there has done any sort of, like, service, like, waitressing, waiter, all that sort of thing, they're kind of in the same field except different aspects of, but really, content creation is no different than that. You're basically working for tips. Um
Mhm.
but yeah, and that's always fun. It's like, "Oh, at one point, I got, like, $7 out of the whole ordeal." And then another day, I got $100 out of it. I was like, "Yes!" But it
Yeah.
doesn't always happen. Yeah. It's
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. We could hope, though.
we You know what? If wishes were dishes, I'd have a stomach full, but, unfortunately, that's not the case. But yeah, but no, I've done I've done event crew stuff, like setting up for events and all that. I actually, for a small period of time, I was a lifeguard, but only in learning how to be one, not as a actual lifeguard. Because
Not, like, on hand.
yeah, on hand sort of thing. I knew how to do CPR. I knew how to save a life. I was always hoping not to have to go save a life, but you have it just in case.
Yeah. You hope not to use the skill.
Yeah. I'm not like Baywatch out there where they're so muscular and all that stuff, and they're just bouncing around and just like,
Yeah. Yeah, the chances that it's the hot blonde drowning and not, like, their big brother, probably pretty slim. So, yeah, you are rolling the dice on that.
yeah,
But you never know, it could be love at first sight.
that, sir, just keep pedaling, just keep, sir, you gotta,
Uh,
sir, just keep moving your arms. I can't swim. I understand that. Just keep.
going. That's great.
Yeah, you do have to be careful of that because people will grab onto anything just to try to
Mhm.
get a. Yeah, it's funny thing too because in that situation, you'd think they probably would drown their own children by accident because they're just trying to stay afloat. Um, it's a sad fate though. It is a sad fate, but it kind of goes to show that a lot of people don't know how to swim, and that's a shame because they had a family uh, a, and a family member who actually went out to the beach and they got caught in the riptide. And for
Mm.
those that don't know, it's a very strong current. It'll take you out to the lake or whatever, and you kind of have to swim parallel to the beach. But unfortunately, this is one of those cases where the gentleman didn't make it, and
Mm.
so it's just like you panic, all that stuff, or you're older, much older, and you get tired quicker. It's not a funner deal. Not a funner deal, but it does happen. Yeah. So always, if you can, wear a life jacket if you go too far, and always keep an eye on your kids, because
Yeah,
no one. Yeah,
and if you have kids,
yeah,
swimming lessons, make
yeah.
sure to put that on the agenda.
Oh
You
yeah.
you don't want someone who don't know how to swim
Mhm.
because you can drown in a puddle. So,
That is true. It's funny enough, there were a lot of adults who would take swimming lessons because they do have swimming lessons
mhm.
for adults, and there would be a lot of adults who didn't know how to swim who were taking adult swim lessons. Nothing shameful about that. It's just the way
No,
it
it's
is.
not. That should be like a government program right there. I could get behind, everyone needs to learn how to swim. Or that actually, no,
Sh-
I'm down with that.
Should should
Need it.
should write a book on that. Everyone should know how to swim. Chapter 1. Get in the water.
Yeah. Chapter 2 is get out the water.
Number 3 is look out a
Get back
shark.
in.
Oh,
No, you save that. You do the back and forth, and then you do chapter 5 is oh crap, shark, get out the water.
Jaws, Jaws.
That way you can sell it as a suspense novel too.
There you
Really
go. A
capitalize on all of it.
a help book that is a suspense novel. I see where you're going with this. I just don't know what I would call it. Just need to have a degree of like how I learned how to swim. I think that should be the call of the book.
Yeah, it could almost sound like a child's book. Some,
Yeah, there you go.
easy to Google search. It's gonna be yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that going down.
Gosh, Vlad, we gotta start writing this stuff down. We're getting too out here. Okay, people are gonna start stealing our ideas for this stuff. But no, I mean, so like
Part of the
with
fun. I throw ideas out there all the time.
that's right. And then someone says, "Hey, can I have this?" Says yes, but I like the royalty. Like you can keep
Yeah, I just yeah, you can keep it, but I wanna be mentioned in it, in the front, the back, the middle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe even just put, like, a little icon somewhere in the corner that all the time says I'll be down with that.
You just like, and of course, I have to write this memoriam of the gentleman Vlad Gaming Cartel. He has to be in the book, and I did it, buddy. And
Yep.
that's
Yeah, that's perfect.
it.
It's just gotta be at the start of every chapter.
That there. Now you're pushing it a little too far. All right, you're pushing it a little too far. So it's a
Ugh.
little hefty for the britches.
Yeah,
Get
well,
it?
you gotta go for the hard sell first,
Yeah,
and then that way they tone it down, and they're like, "Okay, I'll do with the front and the back." And you're like,
there you go.
"Perfect."
Thank you to my best crew person, Vlad, for making this possible. I really appreciate it. And then it's like in small lettering. It's like, well, at least I mentioned.
Yeah.
Um, goodness sake. But I mean, like, what? Where did you come up with your name, your username?
So I created a stage name when I decided to start doing, YouTube videos a few
Oh,
years ago,
mm,
and it was one that my dad had given me. I
aw,
smoke marijuana,
mm,
so I was termed by my dad Vlad the Inhaler,
mm,
just because I used to take massive bong rips back in the day. So
mm,
that's pretty well stuck with me, and that became my stage name, which kind of morphed into the channel.
mm.
Uh, where we came up with the gaming cartel is the gaming cartel is we were trying to be a group
Yeah.
was the original idea. So and we were trying to figure out a cool way of saying, hey, we're a group of people that we're doing
Yeah.
this, and
Oh,
that's how it had happened.
yeah. That's actually that's kind of funny. Vlad the Inhaler. That's just one of those names you just have this kind of say, wait a second. So how much was it? Look, bro, I don't. Too much, man. Too much.
Yeah, I got the what do you call it? It's I'm Vlad the Inhaler.
Mm.
I have come to smoke your bud.
Come on.
Yeah,
Co
it
Oh,
just rolls too easy.
yes, it does, but man, that is so cheesy. That's like the cheesiest thing to ever hear. Hey, guess what I do
Ah,
for my day job? Oh my goodness. But no, I that's pretty understandable. Like mine was sort of mine's based off of I don't personally drink, but it is based off an alcoholic drink, vermouth. And I just like the way the word was because obviously there are many different. Obviously, in the English language, there are many different like uh what is it double entendres and homonyms and all this sort of stuff that make up our language. And so it was a word that it sounded different from what it was spelled
Yeah,
because
I can
there's
see what you're saying.
yeah, vermouth instead of vermouth as it looks like. But the point of the matter was that was just one of those words like, well, that just sounds, crazy and all that stuff. And I played around with it. And sort of the first iteration came to what's on, Twitter X, Vermouth. And then after a while, it became Daramuth. And that's where it kind of ended there because I was like, I could play with it some more, but I think this is much better. But it's sort of like what it was. All the other reason too was like I used to play a game called RuneScape way back in the
Mhm.
day, right? Old school. And the original username I had for that, I don't even know if my account still exists because it's been a long time. So, uh, but what would happen is that you'd have to make up names like, oh, I made up a name, and then it's like, but I need a number after it because somebody already took the original name. It's like, son of a bit, every single time. So I ended up with a username with a number on it, and I really wanted a username. Hey, Lord of the Ree, I really wanted a username that wasn't. Oh, come on. Are you serious? They just did an update and I can't. Son of a bit. Oh, thank you, Rumble Studio. I appreciate it. Hey,
Oh,
Lord of the
you
Rings.
gotta love the updates.
Yeah, I gotta love the updates while I'm live, and they could have waited. They could have done something like Fortnite, where they carve out a piece of time and say, "Hey, we're shutting down between this time," and just do it. But they can't, unfortunately. I gotta refresh. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, now I'm back. Goodness sake. Jeez Louise. Now, hopefully I'll be able to pin something. Good Lord. Anyway, um, yeah, so the names after the number, I didn't want to do that. So what I wanted to do is make a name that really no one had. So I could have straight and no numbers after it. That's what Darrenmuth was. And I thought you were like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're taking a break from your music to eat and watch us live. It's been a while, Lord of the Ring. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, it was just sort of that thing, and I haven't had to add number. I mean, maybe TikTok, but that was kind of I screwed up. So
Yeah, I found with mine, I actually have to shorten it to Vlad's Gaming.
really,
Yeah. A lot of places don't like past 16 characters, and I think mine's 18.
okay. You could
Yeah,
just
so
you could call
cool.
yourself Vlad's Gaming Cart. I mean, that would have worked.
Nah, it doesn't have the ring to it, you know? Wouldn't have the same punch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Vlad's Gaming Cart.
Yeah. Or all it is carts 24/7.
We've got our Nintendo 64 sitting on that cart. We have our Wii U sitting on that cart. And right far yonder there, you do see a nest on another cart. It's a little wingy, but it still moves. Oh my goodness. Oh, that'd be too funny. D-Day Cobra stopped streaming his content on Rebel. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's not a surprise though. He's not been very uh he and Rumble have not had the best of relationships. So, but I mean, he's gonna go where the money's at, basically, or he's gonna go where the attention is at. So, I don't blame him. He does have a company he has, and he has to pay his people. And if he's not getting the scene on the Rumble side, which is highly possible, um, it is what it is. It's business. It's business at the end
I
of the day.
mean, it's tough. There are actual people over here on Rumble you have to compete with. Oh, man. That's terrible.
Well, I think the big part is yeah. Well, I'm glad G&G still does, but my thing is that the the discovery part is kind of less than so, especially for people who just upload edited video content. Um,
Mhm.
and they're that's all they are, and that's fine, right? Like Rumble allows that option, but most of the time you can only be found through live
Live streaming.
streams.
No, and
Yeah.
that's why I switched to doing live streaming, because for 2 years, I did YouTube videos of edited content, it wasn't until I realized I wasn't having good traction on YouTube, and I'm like, "It's time to change up." And I'd
Yeah.
been on Rumble, but I hadn't.
Mm,
I don't know why I never, also made. I mean, we started posting videos. They got all right, but eventually I was just like, "No, I think I'm gonna try out streaming over here," and that seemed to work out pretty good.
mm. Did you ever try the short stuff though on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, I post shorts when I have I was doing more before I
Mm.
became a lot more busy recently, but
Right, right. That's understandable.
I'll plan to get back to it someday. But yeah, I was trying to post 3 shorts a day, on YouTube, and then we're doing, I've got an AI music website that we make, copyrighted free music for everybody. We own the commercial rights, and then I just turn around and go, "Okay, here you go, everybody, you can use it. Don't need to give me
Nice.
credit, don't need anything." I
Mm,
take select few and turn them into, like, cheap little music videos to post on Rumble and YouTube to
mhm.
promote the, playlist on the website.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty awesome. I know there's some other people doing that, mostly because obviously there have been a lot of people who've had issue with like the music stuff on YouTube, and so AI like Suno has been used as a way of getting around that.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen that before too.
Yeah, I
I know
use
people.
Producer AI, which is
Oh,
different than Suno, which I've
mhm.
looked at. I think I prefer, Producer AI.
Yeah, and Lord Reese says I make copyright free music too, as long as people say where they got it. That's understandable, right?
Mhm.
it's free, but as long as you get the credit, that's what matters.
Yeah,
And
actually, I don't even care.
yeah,
Tell some people, I'm like, "I don't care if you give me credit anymore, dude, because 'cause I'm not here for."
yeah,
I make this stuff so I can play it in my stream, right?
yeah.
And beyond that, I'm like,
Mm,
if you wanna use it, do it. Cool.
there you
If
go.
you don't, you don't. And if
Yeah.
you wanna download it, download it. Throw it in the trash, light it on fire. It wouldn't matter to me.
Pew, pew,
Like,
pew. It just while it's on fire, you start playing a long guitar, so it's like it's on fire.
yeah.
Um, Goodness sake, that'd be hilarious. So, and then he says, as is now, Rumble's for people who know what they're looking for. I understand that, but Rumble has pronounced itself as something pretty much for everyone, but in a way they kind of aren't. So there's that
Yeah,
right
and we'll
there.
see how they fill into it, if it's
Yeah.
an expansion thing that they're just trying to really pitch it really good, I can see it.
Oh,
Oh, security guard, shut up.
hey,
Fine. It's fine,
that's
calm
right.
down.
He's not getting paid enough biscuits for this kind of thing, all right?
He's really not.
Yeah. And Lord Reese says, I can understand not caring as much about credit if one uses AI. I'm recording instruments and vocals, so it feels a bit different to
Yeah,
me.
that's true. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
putting a lot more into your art, and
Yeah.
that's a whole nother level, which I commend you because I can't do that. So
Yeah. And that's another
kudos
thing
to
too. Yeah, and that's another thing too, because a lot of people, not a whole lot, but I know some people who use AI because obviously they're not musicians themselves, but some people just know what sounds good and
you.
can't even play an instrument, and they're just like, "Yeah, I'd like to have that," and AI kinda gives that way around that sort of thing. I just
Yeah,
know. Yeah, and
and for someone just off topic, kind of topic, but someone in my field where I'm now learning somewhat of a form of coding, and it's word coding
yeah,
for how we write the test things.
mhm,
It's easy to also take simple knowledge and terms, and kind of word code and put into AI and come up with something that you might not hear otherwise.
it's true. Yeah, and, I've not I I I tried to use Suno once, and I was trying to make an instrumental, but whenever I tried to make it an instrumental, it wouldn't make it an instrumental, like, I guess I don't know how this thing works then.
No, and that's why I like Producer AI.
Mm,
I found it to be the better one. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. When you say, "Hey, this is instrumental," it's instrumental. It
yeah,
might do, like, grunts and kind of vocal-ish sounds, but
yeah,
and maybe because you were asking for it to.
yeah. "Can you do a few grunts here that sound like you're a caveman from afar?"
Yeah,
Ugh.
and it would do that.
I believe it, man. Um But I mean, yeah, it's something that's out there. Some people are going to use it, some aren't, but it's not going to go away. Uh, whatever it is. Maybe if the whole world's power were to go out, maybe it would. But if that happens, we're all kind of.
Hey, now you're getting into my science field. And that actually might be more likely than not. I hate to say that to everybody, but that
Mhm.
is something I am doing my best to bring more to my channel is the awareness of solar events that
Yeah.
might lead to that
Mhm.
very scenario.
Mhm. Yeah, because we're all kind of vulnerable to the that sort of thing. Uh,
Mhm.
Obviously, everyone likes looking at those northern lights, but that's kind of in that scenario. Um,
Hey, depending on where you live, you might see them this weekend, actually.
well, actually, I think it was last year that it
May
was.
of last year, the solar storm? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I called that 3 days ahead of time.
Oh, but oh, is it because you watch like I know some people watch like the what is it? There's a website where they kind of watch like the
The SOHO and then
yeah.
NASCOM, NASA.gov, that data yeah, I'm actually got it pulled up right here above me.
See, there you go. I knew it. I knew once I said those words, like, yep, he's one of those watching it steadily.
Mhm,
But yeah, no, it was pretty interesting because it was the first time I'd ever seen it. Because usually it was just because I'm in like the Midwest, and
mhm,
so when it was down there, it was more reddish than green, which is usually more at the top of the
mhm.
North Pole. You know, if you're in Alaska, Norway, all that, that's where it's mostly green. Maybe blue. I'm not sure. Just the videos and stuff but when it came down to the Midwest, it was pretty much more blue, which was pretty interesting. Not gonna lie to you.
Oh, oh, man, yeah, Lord of the there, yeah, well, we would be friends. Yes, I do track the pole shifting also. Yeah, that's in there,
Yeah.
uh,
He's,
which don't look good either.
and he's tracking some sort of poles shifting, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, that's I mean, obviously, there you go.
and that
See, now
shit's wild.
you're on the same sort of field right there. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, unfortunately, it is wild.
yeah, yeah. Planet doesn't get to be around as long as it has without something happening. The universe does not continue movement without something, not without not no, how is it that? Without something happening within it. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the theory I've been working on that if it's a time-scaled event,
Mhm.
it would put the simulation theory almost more on track. I don't know if you've heard of, us being, like, in a hologram.
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard that.
I've heard many people talk about it. Yeah, like Joe Rogan. Like there have been times
Yeah.
where it's been mentioned on Joe Rogan's show and all that stuff.
So, if there's an event, like what I would say my is more likely gonna be happening soon, and it's on a synchronous system, so it happens every so many thousand years, right?
Mhm.
Um, that would be the same as, what your computer's doing in its front bus speed,
Mhm.
in its refresh rate. It's
Mhm.
constantly, like, dropping and going to 1 to 2 it's 0 to 1, 1 to 0, it's constantly
Yeah, bits and stuff, yeah.
and so if we're in that kind of simulation and you can point to there being a synchronous system at play that happens this every so many that it does, add some structure to simulation theory.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's understandable, right? Because people always look for patterns. Obviously, human beings are pattern seekers.
Mhm,
Whatever it may be, whether it be science, whether it be politics, whether it be human relations, all that sort of stuff. We're always seeking patterns and whatnot. Um, but yeah, it's going to be obviously, there's a lot of science stuff and all that, and I'm always interested in obviously what obviously what Elon's trying to do, but
I think what Elon is doing, it would be great and would be really viable if
Mhm,
we didn't have something that I think is coming up, 1, but if we could be ahead of it theoretically, if we were such a war-bent species most of
mhm,
the time, and we
mhm,
actually worked together, we would
mhm,
probably have progressed those fields a lot farther than we
mhm,
have towards literally killing each other.
Mm,
Um, we did that for many thousands of years,
mm,
right? And so if we were working towards one end of something like getting off this rock and going somewhere else, I think
mm,
we would be capable of it for
mm,
sure. I just don't think that at our trajectory and what's going on, I don't think we're at the trajectory to get there
mm,
in a meaningful sense.
mm. Well, yeah, because I think I last heard. I think the last heard that Elon, I believe, is trying to. I don't know if it was him or NASA or something, but they're trying to get to the moon or build a base on the moon. Which I
Mhm.
mean has always been a sci-fi thing since like the 50s and 60s, basically. But it's always been like a while away. Like it's there, but it's not there because of the technology and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were talking. I don't know. I saw something a while back that said that they would have already had good progress on it if a bunch of oh, what was it? NASA's deals with whatever it was, Boeing or whoever built the other rockets.
Yeah.
If they weren't being all like flip flop, going back and forth between Elon and them on their rockets, we would have already probably had most of this built already.
hmm Yeah, it's not like a quick, easy thing done. Obviously, there's like the radiation stuff out there, and obviously being on the moon is very more open so than being on Earth and all that stuff. Although it's nice to look at it when it's a full moon, which it is now. But yeah, I mean, obviously, uh, I can't remember what they said was for last year though. Like what kind of like an X something or whatever, like the level
Oh, it
of it.
was I think it was, 3 blasts that were of different X class,
Mm,
variety,
mm,
and the sum of them together was about an X10.
extent, yeah. And I remember hearing something like that because it was like that was the only way it was gonna reach that far. Because anytime after that, it would just go like just at the like Canada and maybe up there, but then it wouldn't reach farther. So, but there's that. But it's always nice to uh kind of like learn about because I mean all the other planets in the solar system have their own magnetosphere, some stronger than others,
Oh,
by
man, the
the way.
other planets are changing wildly, actually.
Mm.
Uh, so what is it, Neptune? Is it the one that has the spot or, uh, no, it's Jupiter is the one with no, it's Neptune.
The-
Neptune's the other gas giant. I get my planets mixed up. I don't do
it's the
this
blue one. It's the
the blue one.
blue.
There's, there's a storm pattern that actually, it does one way, but it actually now is rotating the other way and going the
uh,
opposite way,
uh,
and that's a change that they've never seen before, that they're
uh,
just now talking about, and
uh.
there's actually a bunch of those, oh, there's some changes on Mars, I don't remember what it was. I've
Right.
seen some on that not too long ago.
Uh,
The other ones, if you look it up, you can Google them. I'm not Googling all the planets, but you can they've got I mean, I've got a never mind, I don't have the book. I have the digital book on my computer right here. My
yeah.
hard copy is it with my dad.
Oh, nice. And Lord of the Ree has a question for you. It's about the 3I Atlas. It's not 3-1, it's 3I Atlas, not 3-1 Atlas. Uh, Personally, I have no idea, but lean towards asteroid of some kind.
Yeah,
He
it's an
says,
asteroid.
yeah.
I believe it's an asteroid. Uh, it's one of those things where if it came from deep space and it's
Uh-huh.
colder out in deep space, and and I'm talking about the jet that they had seen that came off of this,
Mm,
when it's out in deep space, whatever material this is, it's cold.
mm,
When it got close to the sun
mm,
and it heated up, right, in some form or fashion, which may
mm.
have released some chemical compound that made it just that kind of a burst,
Yeah,
could have been like an explosion, like a chemical reaction explosion.
yeah,
And just from heat change,
yeah. I think,
uh,
yeah, no, definitely. But it has moved weirdly, but that could be gassing up and propelling. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I,
like I said, it's a heating thing, if it had frozen, I don't know what you kind of stuff you'd say would be frozen, but some kind of like frozen,
carbon dioxide or something like that.
carbon, something like that. That when it heated up, it like turned into gas real quick, and bursted out from inside the core or something like.
Mm,
There wouldn't be no way to account for that and
mm,
how it would change trajectory at that point.
mm. Well, yeah, and obviously, I mean, I've kind of looked on it once in a blue moon, but it's always so much hysteria surrounding it, and it's sort of like you kind of have like there's like one YouTube video, oh, it's gonna crash into Mars, and then another one is like it's gonna crash into the moon, and then it's gonna crash into the Earth, and so on and so forth, and it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, I would be more afraid of I don't know if it was an AI video or not, I really didn't look into it because I
oh,
could believe it
yeah,
being real,
yeah,
but
big
there was
chunk.
supposedly, an asteroid that hit the moon recently in broad daylight, uh,
Mm,
so I'd be more scared of that happening, than, like, the thing that already passed and went by the sun is some kinda alien or ship, like, if it is, dude, let them come back and pick some of us up and get us the hell out of here. There
uh,
there's probably better parties out there somewhere.
well, well, I mean, obviously the moon has the craters because of asteroids and stuff hitting
Mhm.
it, so it's
That's
not
why I
like,
said I don't know if it was AI or if it was real. I can believe it being real because that thing takes lots of hits for us.
oh yeah, yeah.
There's proof.
Yeah, and Jupiter's like our big brother with all
Mhm.
of its stuff. Um, but no, I just kind of like, you kind of have to separate the hysteria from the fact of like, you'd mentioned that like it was doing things we didn't know before, but I think that's part of science is like, that's a whole pattern syncing thing, right? Then something comes along your way and it's outside the pattern. Like, okay, so this
Mhm.
new thing is happening. Aliens. It's like, no, no, it's probably not
Yeah.
aliens. It's probably something newer we
If it
don't know about.
something came out aliens, I'd be more suspicious that was the government than actually aliens.
Mm, yeah,
Just 'cause,
especially.
I've heard too many of the things where they say that there's an alien psyop that the government's trying to pull on us?
Um,
So, how would I know that that's not the likely scenario
what if the psyop is a psyop and we don't
of a
believe it's
psyop?
of a psyop, but we don't believe it's a psyop, so we psyop about it anyway, and we
Mhm.
believe both are a psyop. It's confusing in its own right. That's why I just like no.
Yeah.
Um, but no,
Or
I yeah, yeah,
Project Bluebeam, that sounds familiar.
yeah. But I just think that the 3-eye atlas is just gonna be something that I mean, it's gonna pass through. It's not gonna stop or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
gonna keep
No,
on
it's
going.
on a journey somewhere else, more than
Yeah.
likely.
I almost feel like singing a little ground control to Major Tom at the moment there. But I don't know all the words. So, hey, Dev, what's going on? How are you doing? Yes, oops. He also has another question. Do you think it has symbiotes like Spider-Man 3?
I mean, if it does, like I said, it would be a good day for a few of us. We would get cool powers for a while until they eat us, unless
Yeah.
we can, like, befriend them like in the second one, which makes no sense.
Well, I think because I saw both of them, and Tom Hardy was pretty good, not gonna lie.
No, the movie was good. It just as the whole looking in at it, it's like, these things come here to eat, and
Yeah.
use you, and
Mhm.
now you're, like, befriending them, and I'm like, "This is giving me the Twilight vibes, where the vampires wanna play with their food?"
Yeah.
I just don't vibe with that.
Well, and I think part of I think with like the second one, I think part of it was because of the bigger bad, the crawl or
Yeah,
whatever it was. I can't remember the name. But I think it was more because of the bigger bad because they were all afraid of this.
like making a deal with the demon. Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be.
yeah.
It would be.
Hey, at least you wouldn't have to worry about like uh like food poisoning or whatnot. The symbiote would just take care of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you'd have cool powers for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to match up, otherwise you turn into this like human blob thing.
That would be funny.
You just
It's like pulling King Arthur's stone out of the thing, but if you fail, you become a blob.
yeah, there you
Permanent.
go. Yeah, the sword is too strong. Bloop. Ah, dang it, not another one.
Another one failed. Get get the broom in here.
Someone, the king has asked for a huge napkin. A huge napkin. We need. Someone bring a long bed sheet, please. don't touch it.
Uh,
It's disgusting. But no, it definitely is. Definitely would be an interesting thing. But I mean, I saw both. I mean, for both movies, I saw them. Uh, I mean, oh, what was it? I think he did make a small appearance in like one of the Avenger movies, but or maybe it wasn't an Avenger movie. I don't know. It's been so long. I just
yeah,
yeah, I just recently watched the first Iron Man, which was pretty awesome. Uh, does a whole lot to kind of get through.
process.
I think it was like less than 2 hours to be honest. The
Yeah,
first
but a
Iron
lot
Man.
happens in that first movie, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that does. But they never brought. Look, they just never brought back Terrence. It just, you know what? He was a good roadie. I mean, Don Cheadle was all right, but Terrence was a pretty good roadie as well. They just didn't bring him back. No, corporate studio stuff just didn't want him back, I guess.
Yeah, who knows with these, with the way they run their companies out there, how they're doing that stuff.
I really do like. I don't know if you've seen the what was it, the Sora thing, but I really do think at a certain point, or Grok's Imagine, obviously Grok has this thing too, but I do think that sooner or later, people will be able to pick up and make their own movies, and Hollywood would kind of be like, yeah, kind of out of the question. Um, and kind of to point to that, there was actually a movie, uh, I think it was early 2000s. It was called Simone with Al Pacino in it. And it was about a Hollywood director who's, reaching for perfection, whatever, and he kind of works with this um, tech guy, and they create this sort of simulated person. And it's like beautiful actress, all this stuff. But usually when they shoot for this person, they have a double stand in for it and all that. And I can't remember the rest of the movie. It's been a very long time since I even remember watching it, but I do remember that was sort of the thing precursor to like what can be now, basically. And Sora 2 proves that, basically.
Yeah, the AI stuff is gonna be a weird one.
I will
It'll be
say
a
though,
weird one.
yeah, I will say though, if it didn't have the watermark, some of those videos you wouldn't have been able to tell.
No, yeah, that's why I said. I mean, with the fancy editing that just a minute ago, I was saying that asteroid hitting the moon. That fancy editing, you can cut out that watermark, and you would never know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny too because that I don't I don't know if it was like Grok Imagine was, but something was used that didn't have a watermark. But there were a few times where people were like, there was this one video where there's like a deer that there's a guy in the bathroom and a deer jumps in and the bear jumps in and it gets all kerfuddled. But you could tell that it's not really the case because the guy survives or whatever. Um, yeah, so a lot of people got fooled by that sort of stuff. And it goes to show that yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people who won't be able to tell, and that's gonna be the scary part. Because you know, what are you gonna you try to tell people and the community note it, but they're like, oh my gosh, look at this real thing. It's like that's no, that's not a real thing.
Yeah. So this is theory number 2 I've got, which is gonna be the next big gold boom, okay, for
Okay,
the internet content creator. This is what I think is gonna happen. So
lay it on me.
with the way AI that you're talking about is going
Mhm.
down, all of these major channels and anyone buying for clicks on the internet is gonna graduate into using AI. At some point,
Yeah.
it's all gonna become AI,
Mm,
and it's gonna be the person who can prompt AI to make these things to get the clicks to get them paid
mhm.
will be the top, and that's gonna become the gold rush of probably the next 10 years.
Well,
Is
yeah. Someone's already kind of doing that though. The Bigfoot ones, right?
Mhm.
The
Right.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
And now people are gonna see that they can make money. "Oh, I'm paying $8 in or whatever to get this subscription to this AI. Now I can make money back on it, and I'm
Mhm,
making more money." And it's
mhm.
gonna become a gold rush.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be who can get the clicks by using AI
Mhm,
better.
mhm.
So, if you wanna be in the next gold rush, get good at using AI.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing was is that for the Stormtrooper Sasquatch ones, it was VO2, which is
Mhm.
Google's own thing, which owns YouTube. So
Yeah, you can only imagine they've been feeding it tons of YouTube videos, to
yeah,
work off of. I
yeah.
mean, you got the rights to the data. It's there.
And that's
You
and
just
that's
gotta
another
plug it in.
yeah, and that's another thing too, is like I wonder if people understand that their videos, their stuff they've put on YouTube has been used for VO. Because no way they got those Sasquatches looking that good. All right. They had to have tons and tons and
Well, you go
tons of
and
data.
YouTube Sasquatch videos. They had a good amount to work with.
Yeah. It's crazy. It is
All
insane.
the images, of Sasquatch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the internet.
Yeah. Well, and the Stormtrooper ones too, like the Stormtrooper ones have been around for I mean, Stormtrooper has been around for quite some time, but like the Stormtrooper videos, like when those came out, like that has so much data to go through to kinda make it look good. I mean, there's still you can
Mhm.
still tell it's AI, but I mean, those people, like you said, they're making gangbusters, and that's funny, right? If you make it funny, people are going to watch it. They're gonna
Yeah,
want to because it's funny, it's hilarious.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Funnier the better, everyone wants a little comedy in their day,
Yeah,
and it's good enough to get you laughing. Typically, you're gonna replay it and show it to your buddy.
yeah, exactly, that's what happened when I think it was a TikTok video, I'm not sure where it came up first, but it was, like, the first Sasquatch video. When it appeared, like, Twitter X was just and then the Stormtrooper one came out, and Twitter X was just swarming and swarming it and all that stuff. Not as much as now, but it's like they were just compounding that sucker, and it was just like it was funny, it was hilarious, it got words wrong, all this stuff, but it was funny, and that's what sells it. That's what
Mhm.
sells it,
Yeah. Yeah, the
and
laughter gets people.
yeah, and it's like I understand the other side of the equation that's like, no, it's soulless, it is whatever, but it's like you also have to understand that a lot of people don't care as much as long as it supplies laughter or something that fulfills some sort of thing.
Mhm.
Soulless is for those who notice it. Other times it's just, oh, it made me laugh. I had fun with it. Hooray.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next.
Yep. Yeah, you get into that scrolling mentality, it's easy to brush through them. "Oh, it was funny," Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Click a follow, and
Yeah.
y'all see 'em, next time.
Yep. Yep, yep, and the sad and not maybe not the sad part, but the part of having the conversation on for against the AI stuff, it really is at the end of the day just gonna be a tool that's widely used, but also abused, like
Oh,
any
yeah.
other tool, like any other
Yep.
tools been used and abused. Like, I mean, talking about the music stuff, then you have the like Mid Journey and then Grok now and all that. And again, many people are having fun with it. Like
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen like the Grok stuff. But I mean, I used to use Midjourney way back in the day, but I just like I'm done paying for it. But people are gonna have fun with it, and if they have fun with it, if they find enjoyment out of it, it'll just become disposable fun points. And they'll
Mhm.
just kind of keep going through. It's like, oh, look at this thing, and they get to share it with people. Like, oh, look at that, because again, I've already seen it. You have a group of content creators that you like to watch, and it's like group thing, right? And they like certain things, so you use AI to kind of mix them up to make them look. Oh, it's funny, haha! You share it, and a lot more people. You for people who are against, you're not going to defeat that machine.
Yeah. No. I think a lot of people are gonna start realizing that it's more profitable to just use it as the tool it is, and I
Mm,
think once yeah, and the people who are against it, they'll just lose the ranks to the people who are like, "Yeah, but it's profitable, man. It's,
yeah,
it's cleaned up time for me."
yeah. And it's kinda like that thing too, like, I can't tell you how many times on Twitter X I've been reached out to by people who are, wanting to say hello and hi and have a conversation, but really they're just about commissions, and I'm like, come
Right?
on,
Yeah.
can you just"
Where's where's my chunk of the pie at?
Can you
I'm with
can
you.
you can you just tell me you're here for a commission? We can move on. You know I'm gonna say no. Don't try to go around this thing. Don't try to get friendly. Just say what you're here for.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the profit game is gonna be what'll get people in the end.
yeah, yeah. Especially with what's going on now. Like I don't know if you've noticed, and I this may just be me because the algorithm stuff and people who I know closer are doing GoFundMe's, but it feels like there are more and more people reaching out through GoFundMe's now.
I mean, I tried one recently, but I gave up on it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like I know a few people who've some of it's for necessary things and some things it's like, "Oh, I just wanna help build a computer," or whatever. But it does feel like from my perspective, it does seem like there are more and more people using Give, Send, Go, and you're having a lot of people rely on people who are still working, put in time and all that stuff, and there's a lot of people who can't. Obviously, there are many reasons why, but I don't know, it just feels like sooner or later that's gonna outweigh each other, and you're gonna have a lot more people on Gives and Goes than you will have people who are able to support themselves, and that's not gonna be a good turnout.
Oh,
At
yeah,
least
none of it's gonna be a good turnout. None
yeah.
of it will be.
It's how some people like to point to the stock market and look at the gold part. But, I mean, GoFundMe is no different, right? Like, how is it I'm seeing, like, 3 to 4 different people, various degree of why they use GoFundMe, obviously, various reasons, but they're still using GoFundMe to raise for some event or whatever, and again, it's just like, it's a lot of people, and it's just like, how many you can't help everyone, right? You gotta pay for
Yeah.
your own bills.
No, and I think that's where, like, the content creation kinda thing, like, is a better form of, maybe I mean, maybe the people aren't talented enough to do it. I can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was talented enough to do this. I just do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe it betters you, I don't know. Might
Hey,
be a philosophy question.
thank you, Liberty, for that. Liberated. Sorry. Uh, I gotta spell. There we go. That's bad. Thank you, good sir. But no, I mean the same for me is like I do this thing too because I enjoy it. I enjoy getting to people, talk to people like yourself, and of course Lord the Ree and Dev and all that. But um, I don't know. I think you are right in the sense that people are gonna start using it more for that money factor. But then again, you're gonna have like YouTube try to do the thing to come up against it and all that stuff. Unless you're using their AI thing, then they'll
Mhm.
be like, "Oh, we'll overlook you, but you can't use Midjourney like that. You can't use Grok
Yep.
like that. But we'll overlook our VO and was it Genie, Wish Genie or something like that? Genie 3, I can't remember. Yeah, thank you, good sir. I appreciate it. But
Yeah, that'll be drawing the sides of teams.
yeah,
Rumble will do it, they'll partner with Plexity or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, you guys can do it on Plexity or whatever," and then YouTube, they'll be over there doing their Google nonsense.
yeah, I really don't think much is gonna come from the perplexity thing, other than
I
more.
I haven't used it. I
Yeah.
didn't try.
Well, I just think it's gonna be more of a money thing for Rumble rather than it's gonna be a helpful thing for discovery on Rumble, which is what supposedly has been said for it. But my issue with that is like, how can you help with discovery when your front of the house still promotes the one thing people are saying is a bit too much, right? Like to kind of give context to I do this thing called Rumble Squared where, I invite people on to use the platform and um and then they kind of give their feedback, on the issues and wish list stuff they have. And I
Mhm.
kind of compile that and turn that into visuals for everyone to see. Hey Nightmare, I hope you're doing well. Um but the problem of it is that for a long time, at least as long as I've been doing this thing, content discovery and platform stability have been the biggest issues people have had concern of, right? And those are the two things that still have issues that are not being taken care of on. Now, obviously, the whole deal with the perplexity thing was to kind of help with content discovery, but it can't help with content discovery if their front of the house is still promoting politics. And it doesn't have to promote it like heavily as it does, but it still promotes it to the biggest point, and you know that creates a confirmation bias loop because people will hear, right? They'll hear that Rumble is a political platform or whatever. They just show mostly politics, but they don't know that yet. They're not sure. They need to see it first, right? And so when they come to the Rumble platform, the first thing they'll see, right? The first thing anyone will see is the editor's pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the first thing out of the editor's pick they're going to see?
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, you know?
Politics.
Oh yeah,
Politics.
probably. I see a
Well,
game there and there every now and then.
yeah, there's gamers and stuff, but it's mostly like I did a whole thing like for a week. I used two different programs that you can go find yourself. They're out there. I used
Mm-hmm.
two different programs to watch the editor's pick because it's the front page thing for a whole week, and I, did some certain settings and stuff. But for a whole week, I had watched a snapshot of what was happening at the time and all that. And for that whole week, do you want to know what the biggest thing was shown out of the whole week?
I mean, probably like Tim Pool or something. I have no idea.
No, it was
I don't know.
politics.
I
The
mean,
genre, yeah, the genre was politics.
yeah, yeah,
Gaming had
yeah.
about for the whole week. This was August 30th the so it's from one Saturday to the next. It was like August Saturday to a September Saturday. And the point of the matter is that one, Rumble has a lineup they do in the morning to afternoon, evening, which
Mm-hmm.
started in March, and majority of it is politics.
Oh, it's
But
all
the
politics.
yeah, but
I know their whole lineup. I've
yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, well, obviously Stephen Crowder, Tim Pool, all that stuff. But the point of the matter is, though, is that if you want to bring people in, you can't have that be your front foremost because it's going to deter people, right? Like Rumble, I think Rumble right now has a viewer issue. It doesn't have a creator issue; it has a viewer issue.
Yeah,
And
it really
and
does.
yeah, and I'm not trying to like pound on it, but it's like I have data to back up what I say. Other people just have anecdotal uh, word work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? And Nightmare says, agreed. I don't expect a third party AI browser to improve anything but Rumble's cash flow. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. They've got some deal for the money part, and it's not going to help with. It may help with a tiny bit of content discovery, but unless they solve their front of the house issues, nothing else matters, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean,
So, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and
Sorry.
I don't think their botting is the answer either. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't want to call them out on their botting, but that's what, like, for a small content creator, when you get editors picked, it seems more like what you're getting is you're getting a botting to put you higher up in a view list so that you're
Mhm.
more likely to be clicked on by someone else that might
Mhm.
be real.
Mhm.
But essentially, it's just a botting campaign. And
Mhm.
they look at you and put you on editors pick and go, okay, we got $10. Put $10 on bots for this guy, while he's
Mhm.
running. You know, and I don't know that that's the answer because everyone sees that. I
Yeah.
mean, I see it.
Yeah, and obviously, if anyone knows, there's actually a person called WizKick who's made an extension to like you can have a chat modder and stuff and all that, which
Mhm.
has been beneficial. But also you can also curate your front page too, which I can now take away the editor's pick and not show it, which has been great. Um, but the problem of it is that they haven't really resolved that from the house, and if they want more viewers on their platform, and I think the other thing too is that a lot of people want to become in the creative program, and that's kind of a double-edged sword because if you have a lot of people who are creators and not enough viewers, I mean, that's a
Yeah, the view the content creator supporting content creator doesn't really
yeah.
make a good feedback loop. It's not sustainable.
No, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Really, I'm not joking. I'm not, whether bots or whatever, but my thing is like, it really is a creator support, creator platform, because a lot of people. I mean, obviously, you get your regular monetization stuff, but if there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians,
Eventually you're gonna run into a problem. I
yeah,
I've been seeing it for a while. I mean, And it happens that, my time is getting more drawn up other way, but I'm still in the creator program. I can't say I will be forever if
Yeah,
it is what it
same.
is. It's not
Yeah,
like I'm too worried about it.
no,
I'll still be here creating content because I wasn't here for the paycheck.
yeah, yeah, same. But I don't know. It's just I feel like the crazy person because at least I can back up what I say, and I just have a bunch of people who will throw up a stream or on X Space, and they really don't collect that data and showcase it afterwards.
Mhm.
Like who's gonna watch a 3, 4, 5 hour stream to just kind of go through what's been said when I create something that can be easily read through like 15 to 20 minutes and there's visuals to it and all that stuff. It's like I'm like, what is the point of those streams if you can't turn that into actual physical data? Right? Because you do the sciencey stuff and you're on the data part and all that, the sunburst and whatnot. But w- if you were just like, oh, the sun burst and that was it, and then you got no data out of that, it's like, well, what's gonna happen after that?
Right? Yeah. Nothing bad, but I can't tell you what it is though. But nothing bad.
We have no data to help ourselves. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. There are some certain things, because I've been just as a content creator, there are certain things that I've been disliking about, not because I dislike people, it's just I dislike some of the mentality, um, and it's because I'm not comfortable when because you've been at a business, right? And I'm pretty sure many times before you've heard your business or another job you've been at where they've mentioned the word family.
Mhm.
Like your job mentions the word family, you're like, yeah, yeah, sure we are.
No, my job actually says that, but this is actually the first job I could actually believe it to be somewhat true.
Somewhere, what's the percentage rate on you believing it true?
30/70.
Those are not good
The best
odds.
odds I've had in my whole life, so I'm rolling on it, man. It's like
Well,
craps right now, man. Feeling
hey,
good at the table.
hey, there you go. If you've not had much, a little bit is something. But I just the like there have been many different areas of platforms that have said that they're family and whatnot. And I get it, right? You get meet up a bunch of people and all that stuff, but I've never.
Now remember, I was talking about my real job, not Rumble.
Yeah. Well, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, all of them have had at certain point groups of saying we're a family and all stuff. I'm like, no, no, it's not a family. I'm sorry.
No.
Friends, community, sure, but family, no. It's
Communities would be the way to put it.
Yeah, community is much better, but family, I'm sorry. You lose me with that because like before, I've listened to many of the jobs where they said family, and family can get rid of you as much as they can let you in at
Yeah.
a work, right? Family for a platform is no different. If
Mhm,
if there's money involved, yeah, you can be kicked out, you can be blocked, and no one will say anything to you. But
mhm.
that's just stuff I'm learning as I go. But anyway, it is the top of the hour, a little past the top of the hour. And what happens is I set aside some time for me and my guest to promote our stuff. So I did find some of your stuff. But so if you want to promote yourself, good sir, the floor is yours.
I mean, that looks pretty perfect. I mean, I'm seeing it all there. I see the X, I see the YouTube, see the Rumble. Yeah, those are where you find us,
Mm,
primarily.
mm.
Um, like I said, we do have some music stuff that we do, but I, I I'm not too worried about it because it's just free music. If someone wants to reach out to me, you can find me here, and we can get you a playlist.
There you go. Yeah, and it's pretty awesome that you do that though, because again, YouTube copyright stuff, just insane stuff.
Oh,
Yes,
I did it actually because of YouTube.
yeah.
To be 100%, I did it to spite them. So they had, their list of their copyright-free music that I had used in a video,
Mm.
and then they come back and sure, it wasn't for the United States that they said I couldn't use that in, but it was for overseas, and I'm like, why would you offer it as copyright free if you're then gonna turn around and say I can't use it in these countries? I'm like, oh no, I'm cool. You guys can
Mhm.
keep that bullshit.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But regardless, um, YouTube is very. I've had issue because again, I use someone else's work because I enjoy their stuff, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not really gonna go through that process. I only get a content ID thing when I use it, so no big deal. I'm not monetized anyway, so no big deal.
Right. I mean,
But
neither was I, and I'm not gonna probably ever get there on YouTube, but I still feel like if you're offering something for someone and then you come around and go, "Oh, but you can't use it here, here, and here, and here, but
mm,
everywhere else you're cool." It just didn't sit well with me.
yeah, it's a rough business, and people have lost channel. Like I think it was earlier this week, people were losing channels because on YouTube because they were connected to some AdSense old thing or whatever it was, some foreign thing, and it's like, yeah, it's insane.
Mhm.
But regardless, those are all his links. You can go check him out if you want. Usually, and of course, if you want to find where he's at, just chat with. You can go to his Twitter X and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
And the man is got it all. He's like he almost feels like he's a jack of all trades right there. He's just sitting and staring, and he's like,
Yeah, I try to be the jack of all trades. There was it the master of some, but the master of none, or something like that.
is yeah, this is jack of all trades.
Something like that. I may have
Yeah,
got it
it's
wrong.
something like so it's jack of all trades, master of none, or something like that.
Mhm.
The saying loses from me. But regardless, those are his links. They'll be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. So if you want to check them out, you can find him there. Obviously, he does a lot of different stuff.
Mainly
Movie
gaming.
mainly
Mainly
game.
gaming, but we
Well,
do
it's in the
dabble
name.
the science. We
Yeah,
dabble.
it's in the name. It's like if you want to know about gaming, it's in the name. Just
Yeah. Gaming is the main platform to express my overall, when I'm streaming. It provides me fun, and I find that I'm a little more funny when I backtalk a game,
Mm.
and it kinda makes more sense than when I was, like, try to, like, backtalk someone, that never goes well. So,
You never, especially on social media, it's like, ah,
yeah, no.
oh goodness. But anyway, from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on, because I stream to both. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. Because not only is it helping being seen more, like all content creators want to be, it also helps in having other people on, like Vlad, like Lord of the Ree, like Dev, like so many other people. Like again, I've had on over 290 various guests, creator or not, talking to a whole bunch of different people, and just goes to show that it is possible to talk to people who aren't content creators, but it is a risk, and I've built what I've done on that risk. So, regardless, any help with the engagement factor on either end, Rumble or YouTube side helps with being seen more. It also helps with having those other people on, including yourself if you want to come on. Like I'm not into having bad actors on, obviously, but I'm not uh I'm not dismaying of people who are not content creators because listen, there are a lot of content creators out there that have tens to 50,000 followers or whatnot. And if they had brought like a quarter of people of those people on, like taking that risk, that'd be content for the rest of their life.
Mhm.
It's insane. It's insane. I'm almost at 300. Can you imagine that talking to over 300 people, creator or not? That's insane. And
Yeah,
that
that is.
and yet I prove it. So um, some people have harder issues than that. That's fine, but uh, it's not impossible. So there's that. Let me get my hold on right there. There we go. That there is my link as well. You can go there. You'll find my Twitter X, my email, a link to Discord, which is mostly just for DMing because it's just a way of communication. But I have no interest in building a server. I've heard enough horror stories on that regard, so I'm
Oh,
not.
you gotta monitor them. That's for sure. I have one, and,
Mm,
luckily, it's still very small and mostly just other content creators that reach out to me.
Yeah.
monitoring it's not bad, but yeah, oh yeah, the horror stories I've seen, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't wanna it's same I mean, it's no different than any other group gathering thing. You're gonna have somebody come in, you're gonna have somebody destroy it, and some know how to handle it, some don't, but I just don't I have enough I don't have a whole lot of mental bandwidth to, harp on it, so, yeah, it's just there for communication and only just. Another part is too, I am in the creator program on Rumble, but I'm only in I only meet the minimum requirement to stay in, but not get paid. At least the creator program part, not like I still get rants, I still get gifted subs, but the creator part money, I haven't gotten that since when the 5 ad read thing started. That's when I decided not to do that. So, um, but regardless, I am part of Proton's partner program, and if you've ever heard of Proton, they have a lot of different things: Proton Pass, Proton Drive, Proton VPN, Proton Mail. But this is promoting their Proton Unlimited plan, which includes all of that at one spot. Um, I have that. I use Proton on a daily basis. Uh, I've I'm just I know I know, yeah, I can make money on it, but it's not for the money, it's about promoting a benefit. Because a lot of stories of, like, a business gets hacked and passwords and stuff that leaked and all this stuff. And again, nothing's on the internet is 100%, alright? No security, no privacy is 100%, but Proton does a pretty good job. And for what it's worth, there have been many people I've talked to who use Proton, and they have the same sort of feeling where they enjoy it, they feel great about it, and I'm just promoting it for the benefit. So if you want to take a look, the link is there. There's a lot more info if you want to give it a look, like a window shopping, right? But if you do decide to take it up, you can save like 23% on your yearly billing. I know some people say, "What is annual?" Well, annual means every year. So just just to clear that up, just in case someone's like, what does annual mean?" It's every year.
Y-
So every year. Um somebody's gonna be out there saying it's like, what does annual mean? It means every year. Oh my goodness. It can happen. But anyway, it's there. Take a look if you want. If not, the option is available for you at all times. And of course, last thing is that this was more of a surprise one than anything else. But there was a husband and wife who came into my chat and they were promoting their stuff. And they said, hey, email us here, give us your address, and we'll send you some of our product. And I was like, oh, you don't have to do that. I was just like, whatever. I'm just glad they were there. But I did anyway, just to kind of see what was going on. And of course, um, it's biltong. It's a South African way of it's like air drying meat with spices attached to. They actually make it here in America, in Texas, obviously. But so they brought me some of their stuff, and I actually ordered more, so I'll be getting that tomorrow. What I bought, but beyond that point, the the not email, the link is there. If you want to go check it out, they do more than biltong. They have UK treats, they have UK drinks, they have treats and stuff from the South Africa as well. It's all just about different food things, but the biltong stuff is made in America. And it's like, why not give it a look? And if you want to buy something and want to save a little money, you just use my code DARA and you get 10% off, like the total wholesale stuff. Um, but again, it's not for I don't even know if I get anything out of it. That's how much of a blase thing this is for me. It's just they came to my chat, they decided to give me something of their stuff to try, and I really enjoyed it. And it's just my throwing that support back. So if you are interested, take a look. If not, hey, the option is there for you to try. So all that good stuff. Because I'm really not one of those like I can't tell you how weird it is to see I mean, I get it, right? The money thing, but there's so many content creators that have merch stores and items and all this stuff. And I'm just like, wow.
No, I don't have any of that.
Someone did,
Uh,
yeah. Someone did ask me once, but yeah, it's
I
insane.
mean, I invested in a 3D printer, and I've made a few 3D models of like some Rumble keychains that I've given away in real life.
Mm,
that promote the channel. But yeah, as far as like trying to sell stuff, I remain to get like in my streams in my descriptions I have, hey, you send us your mailing information, I'll send you a keychain for free.
yeah.
Like like
Nice.
other and then people are like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, then you won't get a keychain. If I can't meet you in real life, you won't tell me where to send you a keychain. You ain't getting a keychain, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
But I want my keychain. I can't help you, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
goodness sake. Um, but no, that's actually pretty funny. But no, I mean, it's just I've always had that sort of thing where it's like, for me personally, because obviously you can find it anywhere, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, all that stuff where people are selling something. I'm like, if money, if money wasn't the object of what has now become content creation, out of all the people to the many different platforms, how many do you think what would be like the percentage of people still making content if no money was involved from the like platform? Like you can make a business out of it and do that way, your own business stuff, but like from the platform, like earning monetization, how big of percentage do you think it would be that would still be making content?
3%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that though. I mean, for me it makes sense because like the monetization factor makes it enticing enough, like, "Oh, I can earn an extra few bucks here and there," and I have. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie about that. But when you start making a business out of it and relying on that monetization and all that stuff, like, no like, when I was when I was told of, like, um like having bringing up issues or stuff like that about like Rumble or whatever. I was told like, Rumble doesn't owe you anything. Well, that also goes for the case of monetization. Monetization isn't guaranteed to you
No, it's not.
at all.
Mhm. Yeah,
Whether
nothing's guaranteed to you. Like
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the grander scheme of things, nothing's guaranteed to you. I know, but I'm talking about like the platform stuff. Nothing's
no,
guaranteed to you.
we didn't sign no contracts that say you got a 10-year that we got to pay you this.
Yeah,
It doesn't exist for any
yeah,
of us.
yeah, yeah. And there's still people having issues with payout from Rumble. But the point of the matter is, though, is that while it is true that Rumble doesn't or any platform doesn't owe us anything, the opposite is also true. No creator owes a platform anything either. It just costs a lot to do your own setup,
Mhm.
like thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars. Crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean, on a note, that's my dad has given me crap about that, for my setup costing me so much because without Rumble paying a little bit, it's been out of pocket for years, and my
mm,
dad's looked at me like, "Dude, you crazy? Why would you spend all this money on nothing?"
yeah.
I was like, "Well, I ain't got a good answer for you. There's nothing I want to."
That's always a fun one. Like, what is the estimation of like what you've actually spent for your stuff?
10 grand over
Wow.
over the course of a few years, yeah.
Wow. I don't even think I think I've probably gotten close to maybe a couple grand just because of like I've built so I had one computer before so I've built my PCs. All through when I started, I built my PCs. My first PC I built and this one I built, and of course the add-on of different components during in between. So I think at least maybe $4,000, $5,000 at best guess. Just because I don't have high-end stuff. So
Yeah, I bought this fancy computer that set it over the edge, the one that now runs the channel to my left. It set me over that amount, and that was a personal investment I did into the channel
right.
recently.
So what's the main running for your system then? Intel or AMD?
This is an AMD.
Oh, nice.
Right. Yes.
I have a AMD. I not recently, but a few months ago, I updated to the Ryzen 7. Ryzen 7 2700X, I think it is.
See if
Uh,
I can find my. My setting here, and I'll tell you here in a minute if I can
Mm,
find it. I don't even know what it's under anymore. Oh,
yeah.
that's crazy. I can do it this way. Maybe. Yes, I can.
Nice.
Maybe. Maybe someday it might consider it.
Somewhere. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, I use PC part picker for like building my thing and then finding the parts and the buying all stuff. It's just easier because of the compatibility filter that it
Mhm.
has. Because I usually start out with the CPU, then the motherboard, and then everything else surrounding that.
Yeah, I went with a professional built on this one this time around, which most of the time I think it's actually cut off right now. So in
Mhm.
our larger one, I think I just turned it on. You can see my powered by Zydax over here. That's my tribute to the guys who built it,
Aw,
showing that hey, I enjoy it.
yeah,
Professionally built. Well, what it is that company. I've been basically subliminally fed my for a while now, watching my favorite YouTuber game channel.
right.
They've since their start have been using their computers, so it was just inevitable that they've been such an inspiration to me that I'd buy a computer from them, the people who
Nice.
supply their computers.
Mhm. Pretty awesome. Although they're probably like, yeah, we got another sucker. No,
Probably. I
yeah,
mean, I can't complain. It actually broke within the first month. The CPU was just one of the bad ones. It
oh,
happens. It's a lottery.
yeah,
Sometimes there's something, and so they paid the shipping to and from, and it took less than 2.5 weeks, and I had it back brand new, fresh, good.
nice.
You know.
See, yeah, see that happened to me too, where my PC would boot up, but it wouldn't go past the open screen, right? Like the screen you go into like to get into like the BIOS thing.
Mhm,
After that point, it would just go straight black. And I know some people who are tech, and somebody said, "Well, try, replacing your motherboard, seeing if that's the case." And I did replace the motherboard. It used to be a Bazooka, uh, what was it? An MSI Bazooka, uh, but I eventually switched it over for an Asus. I think it was like
mhm,
an Asus Rock or something. I can't remember, but that wasn't the case. And it came out later to find out that it was actually the CPU that was an issue.
mhm,
And so, luckily for me, I maybe live less than a mile from a tech place. And I took it there. And, obviously they have their set time or whatever, and they help whoever get their stuff done. But, um, they had to try, test, and all this stuff. And at one point, when I first got it, it was working. And then I brought it home. It was like, it wasn't working anymore. So they later found out it was a CPU. And it was probably a third party CPU where they refurbish it and all that stuff. And it was because I bought it from Amazon, right? The funniest thing is that majority of the time, my parts are from the Amazon side because they're just cheaper.
mhm.
Yeah, compared to like Newegg, which supposedly is like the big thing, but the parts are so expensive there that I go to Amazon. It's like, oh, it's about $10 off. Oh,
Right.
and I get a free shipping with it too.
No, I'm pretty sure that's where this one, the old system that's still up and running, is made from new egg parts. I'm pretty sure.
Mm, I don't think I've ever. I think I've maybe bought one part from Newegg, but beyond that, it's just all been Amazon. Um, but yeah, so that's the lesson right there. Make sure yours is straight from the go, not from a third party, because they do refurbish it and they'll try to sell it as new.
Mhm.
So be
No,
careful.
and even if you're new, make sure you keep a warranty on it and keep your box because
Yes.
brand
Yep.
new out of the box, you can plug it in 2 days after turning it off and on, and it don't work no more.
Yep. Yep.
So I'll test to the keep the box part because they made it a pain in the butt when I didn't keep the box. So
Really? Wow.
on anything you guys do, yeah, keep it over 2 months, and then after 2 months, you're
Yeah.
probably good to pitch it, but
Yeah.
first month and a half, I would keep any computer component boxes
Yep.
just in case.
Yes. Actually, yeah, and I do keep my boxes just in case like it's still good and I want to resell it, but there's really like I the only place technological place I have I used to have more but not so anymore, but the only place I have is Best Buy
Mhm.
and they oversell. Like some of their
Yeah, I'm
price
pretty sure that's all we have around here is Best Buy too. Yeah.
and it's too expensive. I will say though, there was one time I went for I was going there, I was looking for a PSU and I did find one because they had this little advertisement thing, sit on the shelf with it, and it was like it was this amount off, and there was one left.
Singular one left on the shelf.
There was one left, and I went to go take it over. It's like, oh, hey, this says, and the funny thing was is that advertisement wasn't supposed to be there anymore.
Oh, you gotta love it.
One left. I was like, you can't deny it. It says right there, like, so they gave me that discount, and it was a Corsair. uh, PSU, which I'm grateful for. But it was like it was a pretty good deal, and it was like and it was a modular Corsair, which I really like those, the modular ones. But I was like, that's probably the only time I ever got a good deal at Best Buy was by them forgetting to take down the advertisement.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah, but I can see it though.
Oh yeah, it was like the one left, and I was like, please, please let it work. And it was like, yes, yes. Oh man, that was a good day, but yeah, they were like, "Oh man, we forgot to take this down." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
and
buddy, I'm scoring today.
woo! I just found the gold. My grandpa's going to make some gold today." Uh, but yeah, man, the most expensive part. I don't think people understand the most expensive part. I believe is depending on what you want to go for is mostly your CPU and
Mhm.
then your
The
OS.
graphics card, yeah.
Yeah, graphics is the most expensive too, but then you have your OS too, right?
Mhm.
If you go for a Linux, sure, great, whatever, but not everyone's gonna go for that because it's more
I've never used Linux, and I've heard, I do a lot of gaming, so
yeah,
I've heard that it's not a gaming friendly operating system, so
mhm,
I'm out just on that
mm,
unless they get their act together with gaming, then I
yeah,
might change up because I'm not a fan of Windows,
yeah,
but it's when it's all you got that
yep,
works.
yep, and it's been around for, like, forever at this point, you know?
Mhm.
But no, one of the things is that I believe the Steam handheld, right? The Steam OS, I believe that is a fork of Linux.
Oh,
So
it might be,
yeah. So Steam has that, but, like, regular Linux is
and that would make sense though, because the Steam Deck is, there's only so many games that can be ran on it, and the same for Linux, so
yeah.
whatever is portable to the Steam Deck might only be the games that are compatible with Linux.
Yeah, and I feel like that's gonna be like, when Nintendo came out with the Switch, I was like, "That's it right there." Right? Like, you have your
Mhm.
phone and stuff, but your phone is only so good so far. It's really dedicated for other things, not for one thing. The Switch right there proved that mobile gaming is gonna be that future. Like, there's no way of getting around it.
Yeah, I think consoles will eventually migrate to being a handheld version
Yeah.
of whatever they're doing. I see this stuff being plugged into the TV only being true computers at some point, and then
Yeah.
your home entertainment centers. Yeah, one you can hand to your kid, and he's gonna play the Xbox game while I watch some TV.
Yeah. It makes sense to me. I mean,
Mhm.
it just like you can't like I mean again, phones have mobile games, sure, but they're limited because they're small form factor and they do a lot more than just gaming. But if you have something that's what is it? If you have something that's dedicated to gaming and only for gaming, then and it's mobile, I mean, you win. There's just
Mhm.
there's no way. There's no way of
Yeah,
getting
all the
around that.
road trips with your family, the kids are screaming in the back and you can just hand them the console, tell them to be quiet.
You just you don't hand them a at a certain point, you don't hand them a console, you just hand them a stink bomb. It's like, "You better shut up."
Yeah, that's,
Mm,
yeah, that's where it's gonna be at. Yeah, I don't know that the console world is gonna survive forever without going to being some
mhm,
kind of a handheld unit.
yeah. I
There
do
might
think
always be that PlayStation somewhere, but I
yeah,
don't think they're gonna be at the volume that they're doing now.
should be called a play-away station at that point. Um
That might be an add-on feature they'll come out with. You have your PlayStation at home and then play away on your
Yeah,
PlayStation.
yeah, yeah. You you know what would work for them is if they you see I'm pretty sure you've seen, like, the PS5 form factor, right?
Mhm,
What if what if that whole thing was it, and you could pop out you could do a pop out of the mobile part, right?
mhm,
Like, it's a core infrastructure, like, you've seen it with the Switch, you just put it in the dock, sorry,
mhm. Yeah.
t and it goes to TV, but say, like, the PlayStation does it, and it's like the old, tape cassettes, right? You put it in, it's in there, it's seamless, and it works with, but you can pop it out and take it with you, and your system can communicate. That's if PlayStation could get that right, holy crap, would Nintendo be in trouble?
Oh, yeah. I think that even Xbox might be in trouble at that point.
Well, I thought they weren't making any more consoles anymore.
They might not be. I mean, what's the need? PCs are everywhere.
Yeah. I yeah, they have pretty much they have a whole bunch of stuff with their Microsoft store. Uh,
Mhm.
all you need is a desktop and you're good to go. And a lot of people you can play with mouse and keyboard. You can play with a controller on it, and man, PCs become the almost ultimate place. It still has a small market share, but it's gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think most of these games and stuff are being made on a PC and
Hmm.
then being ported to a console operating system, and it's like, stop making the console. It's already on PlayStation, on the PC.
Hmm.
It's just as easy to, okay, you want it to be a mobile gamer, there's a reason, to take it out with you camping or something, that turns that drive to port it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Without that, I don't see it really continuing. Like I said, I just don't see the game being kept up. Like you go on Steam and look at how many games there are versus what you can get on a PlayStation. There's no comparison.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now the only thing that wins with Nintendo is its exclusivity games, right?
Hmm.
Mario, Zelda, all this stuff. But beyond that, I
Yeah,
just
and then even with Xbox and PlayStation, they're not doing as many of those exclusive games as they did in the early 2000s.
yeah, yeah. But
Like there was, in the early 2000s, there was many years where there was, 20, 30, 40 games
mhm,
only on this console, only on that console, now
mhm,
it's like maybe you got 5.
yeah. Yeah, I remember, Crash Bandicoot, obviously one of them. PlayStation 1 played that. What was the other one? Spyro?
I was about to say Spyro, yeah, Spyro was and what's now funny is you can get all these ones that are being remastered on PC,
Yep, yep,
they've lost that it's only there, and
yep,
I don't know where they're gonna keep going with it.
yep. It's funny enough is that, when they did the remaster, because it was all 3 games, right? It was the
Mhm.
first, second, and third one, and they actually brought back some of the original voice actors to voice them, which was pretty nice, to be honest, but, I mean, I haven't I haven't bought the Spyro thing yet. It's probably cheaper now than it was came out.
Oh, probably. Yeah, at least you would hope.
It's probably $10 by now.
Probably, probably. You just gotta wait long enough.
Yeah, so it's
Or
like
put it on your wish list, because for some reason, as soon as it goes on a wish list, you wait 2 weeks, and there's a
yeah,
discount on it.
Oh yeah. Yep, I've seen those alerts. It's like, your game is on your wish list has been updated to having a discount. It's like, oh, it's a discount. It's at
It's
ten
like
ninety
they
nine.
do it too just because they know you want it, and they're like, "Okay,
Yep.
just throw him a deal. He
Yep.
might buy it this time."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have to be careful though, because there's been like one or two games I did buy in the past, and I think one I bought was the what was it? The group or whatever was making the game went bankrupt and they no longer existed anymore. I'm like, wow, that's great. So any updates?
Yeah, that seems like the 7 Days to Die thing, almost. They
That
were a company um, they were a company that was doing it on PC,
uh
and they had, paid a company to port it over to console. The
mm.
company they had paid to port it to console went out of business. It was like Tall Tale or something like that, I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
And
tall tale, yeah.
and so they lost the rights to the console version. So
Ah,
for like 7 years, the PC version sat there and kept getting better and better and better and better, while the whole time, the same game sat on console the whole time and never got an update.
wow.
So, finally, I guess they won their lawsuit, and now that they've finished the game, it's updated on console, but see, you had a game out on console for 6 years that didn't see an update, and,
Mm,
then you go on YouTube or whatever, and you look up videos on this game, and you're seeing everybody play PlayStation or the PC version that's so far ahead and so
mm,
cool and shiny, and then you go and play on your console, and
mm.
it's not the same.
Yeah. And they're still updating it today.
Mhm.
Crazy. Like I had stopped by someone's stream and they were playing 7 Days to Die, and I had 7 Days to Die when it first came out. It was like beta or whatever. I don't know. And it was like there was still a lot of things that weren't there, all this stuff. It was pretty basic and bare. But when I had watched them playing, it was like, that's a lot of new stuff they've added to it because it's been so long. And I'm like, I gotta try it myself. And I'm like, yeah, uh, I haven't played it since. So
Yeah. 7 Days to Die, I liked it better when I played it on the console, when I played on console, and then
Yeah.
I switched to PC, and by the time I got, around because, it was, one it wasn't the first thing I ran out and bought when I got a PC, it's like,
Mm,
"Oh, let me take my time," and I went through all these other games, and by the time I came back to it, I'm like, "Oh, this game is not that cool anymore. I found other stuff now." I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, gotta go."
Yeah. What was the game? Ah, shoot. There was a game I was thinking of that. Not 7 Days to Die. There was another one I was thinking of. But yeah, 7 Days to Die, pretty great that it's still updating and stuff, but even so, man, oh man, it's crazy that it's still going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some of the games that are, like, in early access still that have been around for 10 years, and you're like, "Dude,
Mm.
when are you gonna just, like, finish the game? Stop, like, put a fully finished game out. Take it out of early access at least,
Oh,
call it version 1. Keep
mm-mm.
updating it, sure, but, like, take the early access label off. Like, why you been there for a decade?"
Oh my gosh, what was the game that was like that where it finally got released to 1.0? Shoot. There
Yeah,
was
I
a
have no idea. There's probably so many of them that are doing this business motto now of, "Let's just eternally gatekeep it in early access."
yeah. But the funny thing is though is that the promise of early access is that you pay to get the bugs and stuff, but you get it at a cheaper price. And by getting it at a cheaper price, you could invest in something that could be worthwhile. And some games have. Like I think the best example, right? The best example of a game that was cheap at the beginning but had a lot of roughage was No Man's Sky.
Mhm. Yeah, No Man's Skies turned out pretty good.
That was a turnover, right?
Mhm.
Like when it first came out, it was people were just like throwing fireballs at this thing because it was like there's a whole bunch of stuff wrong. It wasn't as promised as what they were showed and all that stuff. it was like, wow.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's a few games that have, you know, sold themselves short in the beginning and then, yeah, picked up steam along the way. Uh, Project Zomboid's one of them,
Oh
but,
yeah, I've heard of that one.
uh, it's one of those ones that I mean, like, it's in early access still, but when it first came out, it was like one of those, like, 2D, almost side scroller adventures,
Oh
where
yeah,
now it's more like one of the old school Grand Theft Autos where it's in almost that top-down view,
yeah,
but the world
isometric.
is
Yeah.
so flushed out in the way the mechanics are, it's grown into something. It's
Mm,
taken them a long time to get it there. I believe they have a lot more work that they're gonna keep doing on it, but it's like at some point still slap the 1.0 label on it. Get rid of
mm,
early access. You guys have been here for 12 years.
yeah,
It's okay to call it a game and move on.
yeah. That's yeah. I really do think there are a lot of people who take advantage of the early access thing on Steam, and they get away with it. They get away
Mhm.
with it. Um, I've bought obviously I've bought games from GOG. There's a lot of difference with that from the other ones, and I've bought games off the Epic Game Store too.
I've never
Sometimes,
bought a game off Epic, but I have a whole library stacked from their full free games they give away every week.
oh yeah, that's been pretty awesome in itself. Like once you get it, like even if you want to install it, you can reinstall it again, and it's still free.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah, I've
like,
picked up a lot of good games from that in the time I've had that.
what are some of the games that you played that you like?
Oh, you know what? Actually, there was one. It was called Sovereign Skies. It's like this train in space horror game,
Hmm.
and it is really good. It's a lot of reading, story text, but
Right.
it's always like when I was playing it, it keeps you on edge at like every point, every turn you make is like there's some uneasiness to it.
Hmm.
And for a free game, and it didn't only cost like $20, I think, regularly, but still a free game, and I'd never heard of it, just randomly downloaded it and tried it, and I'm like, "Dude, this game is solid." And that
Nice.
one till today just sticks out, and I always the trains in space, I don't know what does it. Yeah, it was a good one. Kinda
Wow.
like a steampunk trains in space, I should add the steampunk. Also
Steampunk.
with the horror aspects, kinda like, Eldritch horror, R.L. Lovecraft kinda stuff. So you kinda
Ah,
mosh that all together and make a game on it. Pretty good.
wow. Yeah, I've gotten a few of them. I know there's plenty of that kind of come throughout the week or every other week. I don't know how they exactly work, but um some of them you just never play again, even though you still have them. And that's
Mhm.
another thing too, is like there's just not enough time in the day because I enjoy doing this and I have my full time job, but there's just not enough time to do it. And you get these people who are playing games for like 5 to 8 hours. I'm like, either it's a full time thing for you, or you're trying to make it full time, or you just really have a lot of time in your hands and and playing games is one of it. I don't know. There's so many
Yeah.
variables to it.
I mean, I've done longer streams, but it's like I only do those on, like, times it's like a weekend or something, or it's planned out to be a long stream,
Mm,
for some like what was it? We did the Rumblethon, uh, streamathon that
yeah,
Mrs. Woggs and them set up. We've taken part in that twice. So, that's an all-day event. So, we streamed all day, but that was for an event, we were
yeah,
we were for a purpose doing it. Not just like, "Oh yeah, every day, Monday through Sunday, 7 AM to 12 PM."
yeah.
It's like
Come,
that's a bit much, man.
come one, come all. Yeah, I wouldn't. I know they've done a few of those rumble-thons, but I'm like, "Mm, maybe, but no, I'm just not interested."
I did it to support the Rumble community, in whatever form, it was some kind of event for Rumble, so I'm like, "Alright, I'll
Yeah,
participate in it."
yeah,
Uh, yeah, if it was something that like, maybe if I was doing, like, a stream for cancer or something.
Yeah, there you
Like,
go.
yeah, I could see those kind of things, let me
Mm,
stream extra long because we're doing this
mhm,
charity or something. I could see that.
yeah,
But
but
outside that, no.
yeah, and some of these people who do like a 24-hour stream, bless them, but no, mm-mm, no, I don't care if you paid me $1,000 for it. I ain't doing it. I I ain't doing
Yeah,
a 24 stream.
no. Yeah, that's too much time. Yeah,
S-
there's not enough time in the day for that.
Nope, nope. And you would start running out of stuff pretty quickly. So it's only so much of it.
Yeah, no, it really is because talking about, running out stuff to do. So like my premium streams for Rumble, right? We do the premium time. And I've
Mhm,
tried to make mine as unique as possible. I don't want to hit premium and it be the same thing I do all the time. So I've taken to the habit of, okay, I'm going to do my first look at a video game in
mhm.
premium.
Right.
And just in that motto, that's a hard motto to, even if you're gonna do a 40-minute premium stream at the end every time, it's like, but finding a new game you've never played before every time
Hmm.
is not an easy task.
No, I've oh, what was that? When I did the premium streams, it was sort of like I gotta fill the five. I gotta fill the five, and it would really just went against what I was doing with this stuff. So I could do it, but at a certain point, it's like I don't want to do this anymore. And
Mhm.
then once that whole 5 ad read thing came out and really wasn't communicated to the people, that's when I was like, "There's my sign that says I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. There's no reason uh, a fight. There's no reason for me to continue doing something when they can't even communicate to their creators in the program about a new requirement. Because that
No,
was, yeah,
that was a terrible rollout on
oh
their
yeah,
part. It
oh
really
yeah,
was.
it
Like,
was, yeah.
yeah, so, like, someone should have got fired for that.
Yeah, and I doubt anyone did,
No.
unfortunately, but yeah, that and again, that's what made because I had difficulty with the premium owned stream, but once I got to the 5 ad read, it's like, "Yeah, we're done. We're done. I don't care about the money was nice, but it's not why I do this thing," and it was kinda going against the flow, and I just come on, guys. Really, was it that hard to give some form of warning about a new requirement? Was it really that hard? Was it really that difficult to communicate to your creators in your program to say, "Hey, here's this new requirement," instead of having your ambassadors at the time take the heat and try
Yeah.
to, yeah,
Yeah, I still don't understand that whole situation, I really don't. Like, I really don't understand, and then even today, I fulfill these requirements, but with them, I hit those lines, and then it's like, I don't care no more. The
yeah,
only things we go over on are, like, chatters, because I don't control that. That's
yeah,
someone else, saying
mhm,
"Hey" or not, and then the time streamed and the, hour requirements. Those are the only things we go over on our channel. We just maintain that, "Here's our 5 premium hours, here's our 5 ad reads.
yeah,
We're done, thank you,"
yeah.
and move on.
There's no it's no incentive to go beyond that.
No, there is not, you know? Because they're not giving good, editors picks to the gaming section at least, to incentivize, "Hey, you're doing good, you guys are going over on these, so we'll introduce, if we're thinking you're going way above and beyond, you might have an extra chance of getting editors picked,"
Mhm.
They don't even do that.
Yeah, and that's the sad part about, all that stuff, like, I can't tell you how many times I see the gaming community, like, they have to build their own thing within it, and it's like the extension thing that I use from WizKick, he made that.
Mhm.
Wasn't Rumble. Rumble didn't add anything, so you create what you wanna see or add a short, ability to clip from whatever. Someone else did that. It's the most funniest thing is, like, Rumble's so concerned about, the money part, obviously, because they put that front and foremost. But it's like they're leaving so much free money on the table that it's like, can we have some communication of something? I don't know. I don't know. And while I've been in the past like a big supporter or whatever, I want to get realistic and be like, yeah, they're kind of screwing themselves over a
Yeah, and doing that continuously is not a supporting motto for any company.
bit. And Fight says, I was noticing today that after finishing a gaming stream or VOD of a gaming stream, all the suggestions on the end card are politics and news. Odd. Yeah, because they don't have a great way of.
Dude, okay, I'll tell you something. I've got clips of this. Okay, I've
Sure,
tested this on my stream
sure.
twice, and I have videos of it. So if
Nice.
you're in an unlogged in account
Mhm.
on a device, it doesn't even matter. I've done it on a device I was logged in on and logged off of my account
Okay.
and went in blank. And I've done it on a device that had never had Rumble went in blank. Right.
Right.
Watched one of my streams, and at the end, I had raided someone, and
Mm,
on the accounts that were not, uh, already, like, like an actual account in Rumble,
mm.
when the raid started, they were sent to a political news show and not the raid destination. I don't talk about it, I have that. It's just something I'm just like, well, they obviously know they're doing it.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Again, when I did the whole um week of just watching the editor's pick, I can tell you that even on the weekends, there was still some politics, but mostly on the weekends, they don't seem to care as much, right?
Mhm.
Because it's not their lineup, their weekly lineup and all this stuff. So it's more free for all. Like you have politics, you have like fishing and horse racing and some other stuff, and some VODs or uploaded edited video content will be in there and whole
That's
smorgasbord.
actually a funny happenstance. It brings up that, the 4 times that we've gotten editors pick on our channel was on a Sunday.
Yep, yep. Because they don't because there's not much to gain from the weekend. It seems like
Mhm.
they
Yeah,
do
there's
they
not.
there is politics shown at times, but it's lesser than. But come during the weekdays, boy, oh
Mhm.
boy, that's gonna be full blown politics.
Yep.
Main
100%.
stage, yeah. And like you, I have that data to back it up. Like just to kind of give an example. I gotta find it first. Just to give an example of what I'm talking about. Where did I put that? Aha, here we go. Just kind of give an example of what I'm talking about. Uh oh, did I not? Gosh dang it. Uh there we go. There we go. Okay. Give me one second. I have it. Do I have to bring it up? There we go. There we go. Like this. This is August 30th. It was a snapshot of a certain time point on. Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, I can get that. There we go. You can see it. And you see
Yeah.
up here. You can see up here. It says 8:30, 25 at 5:07 p.m. is when the snapshot was taken. Right. And we go to the next one. 5:39. See the difference? You still see some things that are there, like Spartacus, academics,
Yeah, but
movies.
it's people like Spartacus. You're not seeing some, I hate to be the guy who what does Rumble say? We support the small creator. You don't see a small creator up there. Spartacus ain't small.
Well, once in a blue moon, you will see a small crater, but majority of the time, you won't.
I mean, I'm with you on that, but you're probably more likely to see it on a weekend, like you were saying, than
Yeah.
you would on a mainstream day. And on the
Mhm.
mainstream day, what gaming they are putting on there is Spartacus or Doctor Disrespect,
Mhm.
or Great or whatever his name is, Silver Fox or whatever. It's not a lower end gaming content creator overall.
Well, I mean, Doctor Disrespect has a contract with them. At least that I do
And
know.
from what
So
I understand, all of them do. Like Spartacus, Silver Fox, they all do. They all
I
have their own contracts from what I understand.
I don't know if Silver Fox does because he's brought up some points many times that kind of go against the grain against Rumble. So uh,
Just because you go against the grain doesn't mean you don't have a contract with them.
I can give you that. But I mean, you can go through this at different points in time and see like, yeah. So that's how I did it. And I use again, you can go online, you can look up something called visual ping or
Mhm.
an extension called a Chrome extension called Distill Web Monitor. Uh, you do have to pay for more um, or to do extra bits, but beyond that point, um, it's there to use. And like again, I have data to back me up, just like you have data for you to back up. But again, politics around 65% throughout the whole week.
Yeah,
Gaming
and they
was
get away from the politics, they really do. I mean, I understand it's their big niche.
mm,
At the same time, you gotta get away from it. Start endorsing, like, your music section or something, you know? Like
let me put it this way. Other than maybe the Rumble Wallet, which there's only December left, so if that doesn't come out in December, we'll see. There won't be many big advancements till the end of till the end of the year.
yeah, no.
People want
No, I don't even
shorts.
think
Yeah, they're not
yeah, I
gonna
was
do
gonna say the
shorts.
shorts, who knows when those are gonna show up,
It's
if they show up.
it's been talked about for over a year. It's most likely not gonna happen. They don't really have a great way of content discovery, so it'd just be dead weight anyway. Um,
Yeah,
so but the
but
one big
yeah.
oh, fight like hell says, well, like just include one video from each section in the end card and sidebar. It should be at random or within what you watch. Like
Mhm.
there should be randomness and there should be a like if you watch something on gaming, then there should be more gaming involved or whatever, but there isn't, and that's
Yeah.
an issue.
Yeah, who knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah. So that's
We're just
why
gonna
yeah. That's why I don't do the whole family thing. That's why I don't uh believe things right off the bat. I mean, I've always stated I will praise Rumble when it does well, and I will admonish when they do poorly. I think that's
I
a
say that
reason.
about everything.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable take to have about any platform. And for a platform that wants to compete against YouTube and Twitch, they have to keep the ball playing, and they seem to drop it at times. But regardless, it is the top of the hour again, and so we're gonna wind down and start heading off because I do have to get up in the morning, and two, I need to set up for tomorrow's stream. So I got a
I
fun bunch.
understand that.
Yeah, I got a fun bunch at the end of the day. So there's that. But like we did earlier, uh, where was it at? Is that oh, there we go. Of course, there is the man Vlad's links right there. Take it away, Vlad, if you want
Mhm.
to.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say thank you for, inviting me on your show.
Oh, thank you for coming on.
This is my first show like this, and hopefully, more to come.
Woohoo!
Whether you have me back on or not, I did like it. I had fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do try to bring people back, but like I said, over 290 people and growing. It gets the
yeah.
pool gets bigger, but it gets harder, and people have like schedules and stuff, and you have to
Mhm.
you reach out, and it's like, oh, I can't do it today. It's like, "Oh, all right, I guess next person, I guess.
You're right. No, and I mean, I get it. That's why I said if the cards work out, I'd love to be back, and if not,
Oh yeah, you're always
I'll
welcome.
still end up in your chat every now and then.
Yeah. You always will be welcome back. I always say that to my guests. But again, his links,
Mhm.
the Vlad's links are over here, right there.
Yeah, they are. You might click on them and just watch your bud. It could mysteriously disappear.
I come to take your bud and your bong.
Yep, and then you just gotta hear the
I almost feel like that'll sound like someone's brains getting sucked out through their nose.
That's what I said, it fits too well, the whole "I've come to smoke your bud," this bong sound effects, because it reminds me of the old vampire movie where the dude sticks the straw in the lady's neck and starts slurping on it.
Yeah.
Can't remember what movie that.
It had to be a funny one because usually the more scarier ones are more serious than
No, it
that.
was a funny one, and I can't remember, it had the guy who played in,
Was a Leslie
Pink
Nielsen?
Panther or whatever it is, I can't think of the old man that played in the Pink Panther, the newer one.
Steve Martin?
That might be him, that might be him. It was
I
when he was younger, I wanna say.
mm, I wouldn't know, to be honest, if he played in a vampire movie. But regardless of the fact, Vlad will be his links will be both on the Rumble and
Mhm.
YouTube side because I streamed to both. And if you want to find out what else he's up to, well, there you go. Those are all his links. Great
Yeah.
dude. And I certainly look forward to having him back on again when time allots for it. Because the holidays are coming up, and that's when
Mhm.
things are gonna get dicey. But I am
Yeah.
look yeah, but I am looking to my full week off at the end of the month. So you will be seeing short. So how that works is like I usually take for the holiday, like Thanksgiving, I take that week off, and then Christmas time, I try to take time off around that too. But usually, if I take time off, I'm not streaming. I may be on
Mhm.
someone else's stream, but I'm not going to stream my own stuff. I will post shorts though. I have plenty of shorts to post, and I will be posting those suckers because I'll have enough to run through. Uh, NGM made me about 6 to 7 different folders, so
Yeah.
I have plenty. I have plenty to go through. I've just been
Yeah.
busy with life,
The
so
content, yeah, once you start rolling, the amount of clips that you can get is pretty endless. I know my folder is quite high. I don't know that high, but it's quite high.
well, I mean, I did it myself using Opus
Mm,
Clips, but having someone else do it, especially like someone like NGM who could see important parts of whatever, it was just a lot better that way. And I'd rather do that because you don't when you're in it and you're looking at your stuff and all that, you may miss something that is just like
mhm,
could be much importance or whatever. So having someone else do it uh, is really much benefit, and hopefully I'll be able to afford to have him do it again. But things have been tight with Christmas and all that stuff coming up. So there is that. But again, uh, his links are down below, both Rumble and YouTube side.
mm,
Give him a look, and if he's worth a follow, why not? And of course, remind things whether you're the Rumble side or YouTube side. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow. Anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because not only does it help with being seen more, it also helps in having other people on, like Vlad, like Lord of the Ree, like Tomby, like so many of the people. Again, over 290 various guests. Create or not, doesn't matter. I'm not a status person. Don't give a rat's behind about status. You can't take it with you when you go. So, what does
mm,
status really mean in the end? But regardless, um, any help with the engagement factor on either Rumble side or YouTube side is much appreciated. Now I gotta find my links again. Oh, there we go. There's my link right there. It holds my Twitter X, holds my email in it, holds a link to Discord just for communicating, not really anything server wise or not. But you can find my stuff in there, including my Rumble and YouTube links are there too. Linktree is such a great thing, especially when you have like 7 or 8 links and you can put it all in one place and you're just set, all cleaned up and ready to go. And quickly, I am part of Proton's partner program. I am promoting their Proton Unlimited plan. It includes all their suite of stuff: Proton Drive, Proton Pass, Proton Mail, Proton VPN. Again, you can go to the link, check it out for yourself, see if it's worth it for you or not. I use it every day. I promote it for the benefit. I can make money off it, but it's not about the money. I'm pretty sure I've probably made a penny so far, which is okay. I mean, look, a penny's a penny. I'll take it. But it's not about the money, it's about the benefits that Proton offers through its various products. And again, check out the stuff at the link if you want. If not, hey, it's an option. It's an option right there just in case you change your mind later on. So there you go. And of course, I this was a surprise one, but again, Biltong USA, they sell Biltong, but they also sell UK treats, UK sweets, UK drinks, and a whole assortment of stuff from different parts. And if you're interested in taking a look, I have tried the biltong, pretty good. They have a spicy one called peri peri. It has a bit of a kick to it, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. But I mean, it is made in America. It is made by a husband and wife in Texas, and why not support those small businesses? Because they really do a great job. But if you want to buy anything, it's up to you. And if you do buy something, hey, you get a code that will help you save some money. Who doesn't like saving a little money?
Mm.
Uh, I I just could I just go turn down to a car and said, "I sure do." It's just like and bring up a car and says, "I sure do."
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness. But yeah, if but it's there if you want to. If not, the option will always be around. And and what is he saying? Well, like just include one video from each section. And okay, he did say that. Uh, cross stage. I'm glad you had Vlad on there. I'm glad you came on, Vlad. Sorry I came in so late. I'll be watching. No worries. Don't worry. That's what a VOD is
no,
for. Duh. Right?
no,
You
and I
just
want to say a special thank you to Fight Like Hell. He's been one of the biggest supporters of my channel since coming over
oh
here on Rumble. Yeah, I
oh
probably wouldn't keep doing it without that man and a few others to kind of kept edging me in keeping me going in that right direction. So I
right.
actually owe quite a bit to that man. I've never met him in real life, but that guy, he's pretty stellar.
Yeah. And the name fits him well.
Mm-hmm.
Fight like hell right there. There you go. But yeah, definitely glad you get to have him on as well. And of course, that's what the VODs are for. Usually most people just watch after because so many people are on at this time. And again, it seems like there's a lot more creators and not enough viewers on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
But those are talks for another time. But anyway, again, next part is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern is the 70. Crap. I gotta figure out which number this is. I gotta figure which. Let's see. Nope. 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 There we go. Uh, it is the 70th something. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna cough out on me. Oh, that's Bolshevik. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember uh what 70th is. I think 78th or 79th. Um Regardless,
No,
I pressed the wrong button. That was my fault. I pressed the wrong button.
I was about to be like, oh, it's
I
left me here.
I pressed the out button. I was like, wait a second. But it's 70. I think it's the 79th, 78th or 79th paid forward stream. Unfortunately, the guest I was gonna have on tomorrow had to reschedule, so um, it'll just be me tomorrow. But if you want to come by, be part of giving to the Rumble stream side. So what happens is I go through the Rumble stream section because the only way you can give something is to when someone's live. I go through the live streaming section on Rumble. I, um, say a few encouraging words. I leave some donos, all that stuff, and I just kind of go through it and say hello. And once I'm done with the stream, whoever I stop by, I do post their channel name and links. Now, if they have an app on X, I usually do that and the channel links because it just they're on Twitter X, which is the main reach. But regardless, their stuff gets posted because again, Rumble does not have a great way of discovering people and for all the talk that gaming does, like some of the gaming people do, there are still a lot of people that game and don't get any notice.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
again, they talk about wanting to avoid clicks and the groups and stuff, but they ultimately become a group in themselves because there are a lot of gamers out on the Rumble platform. Some of them may be bots. I will say I've stopped by a few where they're like going days on end playing a game and like that's not true. So you do have to be careful. But regardless, um,
Yeah, watch out for those sleeping simulators
yeah,
too.
yep. Those are two. Someone snoring on a bed. Yeah, not fun. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of gamers and a lot of different people that wouldn't get noticed if someone didn't stop by, say hello, and all this stuff. And that's why I've begun trying to add the channel name and their links too, because unfortunately, there still is a bias of things, and I'm human. I'm biased too. But if you want to grow a platform, you don't just focus on one area. And if
Mhm.
you focus on one area, then you try to reach out as to many gamers or whatever you're in that group as possible because I'm just seeing a group building their circle. I'm not
Mhm.
gamers reaching out.
Yeah. And as far as the categories go, gaming, there are a lot of people. We could be in one of these sections like the music category. If you haven't clicked on the music category for Rumble, sometime you ought to. It's pretty sad that it's pretty well a dead zone.
Yeah.
There are
And
very few people doing anything on it.
well, and much of it is 24/7 stuff too,
Mhm.
which
Yeah, it's all it is. It
now
is
there's
like a 24/7 radio channel. Every now and then you get the MTV vibe and then, like a little commentary bit, but it's
yeah.
it's not no, there's not
There is
productive music creation
mm,
to a degree, it's just replay.
there is then oh, only Vlad. There was only Vlad. Take it away, Vlad. This is your stream now. No, too late. But there is one group I know that's 24/7, but they are an indie underground sort of group, and they do add different artists to their playlist to keep playing. If you haven't heard of it, it's called the Great Underground. They're husband and wife who live out in Las Vegas, and they work with a lot of. They want to try to build their own indie underground sort of music thing, because they don't like the big artist labels and all that sort of stuff. That whole hanky panky thing. But they're really great couple. I've had them on for a few times, so I know them, and I try to stop by them and promote when I can because um, I really want to know the people behind of what I'm promoting to on those sort of 24/7 streams. But there is that. But yeah, if you ever see him, drop him low. You can say says hello, and I like or Daramuth, whatever, said hello and all that stuff, and uh, and they might know who you're talking about
Maybe.
if they don't forget. But yeah, just say Daramuth said hello and all that stuff. But regardless, the last thing I do with my guest is something I like to call questions from hats. What happened is I bought a hat from Rumble and I put some questions inside. So what happens is that you, my guests, get two freebie questions. That's right. I am so nice and generous. I decided you can have two freebie questions right off the bat, right?
Okay. I'm game.
Yes, I'm so humble in my giving.
You get
um,
not 1, 2.
two, not even three. You don't get three though because that's pushing it low.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's too much.
that is too much. But regardless, the I am on YouTube, but I'm not monetized. So YouTube people, I'm sorry, but all you get to do is watch. But if you're on the Rumble side, guess what? I'm monetized, and you can pay to have more than the two pulled out of the hat. That's right. You can put a one down. You could put a one rant down. You could put a $2 rant down. One day I'll get someone to put down a $500 rant. We may do something special for that, but that's uh that's more of a wish. More of a wish
Um,
right there.
you never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
You never know. But regardless, my guest gets two freebies, and so we're gonna dive right in. My eyes are closed, and I'm just feeling around like a mole in the dirt. All right, here we go. Here's number one. Question number one, right there. 500 cards. No, no, no. $500. The $500 rant. No, I wouldn't do 500 though. 500 cards. No, I'd probably be dead at the end of it. Um. Oh, here we go. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, crap. Um, Honestly, probably fuck. Yeah, that just come out of my mouth the most amount of times. And not just something I mean to, it's just one of those, like, something happens and I'm just like, "Fuck."
Yep. There you go.
So that would be my favorite. It's pretty
Okay.
lame, but it is honest.
I mean, if it's your favorite, right? Like I know
Right.
people's I don't curse, but I do like being able to use the word shite just because it has little finesse to it. If you try to
Yeah, the
say
way it rolls.
the way it
Like,
rolls is
y
a lot better than saying the other one. So
yeah.
but that's I don't say that very often, and mostly it's just done out of funniness. Or you can say the German word Scheiße. Scheiße
Mhm.
is another one too. But it's more funny just because the way it sounds. So there you go. But regardless, last question, unless someone gives a rumble rant. This one is, and this is a pretty easy one. Probably so easy a child could do it. What's your favorite day of the week?
Man, that is so tough for me. I can't even begin to quantify how hard that is to answer. If I had to guess, it would be Friday or Monday, and especially not Wednesday.
Are you asking or are you stating?
That is a statement.
Right. Oh goodness. Because I was like, is he asking me what's
There's a reason. So I pick up my kid on Friday or
right,
Monday,
right.
but I have to drop him off on Wednesday.
Oh,
So that is why I can't quite give you a good answer. But it
hey,
would probably be more likely Monday.
Monday.
My
So
Monday count.
you're the opposite of Garfield. Garfield hates Mondays,
Mhm.
but you love them, and that's great. That's great because you have a reason to. Not a hump day kind of guy.
Yeah, nope. Hump day is just the day that goes downhill, man. It's not
Man,
good.
hey, you know what? Once the weekend is here, it's already gone, unfortunately. But anyway, that is the end of the show. Of course, again, links for both ends are down below for myself and Vlad, the inhaler, as some of them would call him. But also, I'd like to thank all those in chat who came by, whether you were here to stay or whether you just left. It's okay. I appreciate you all. And of course, thanks to the big man himself, the VGC, they call him. It's not an STD, but it certainly sounds like it.
Mm.
The V,
I've never thought about it that way. Might have to
the,
roll with that now.
the VGC is has come on, and I appreciate him coming on. And like I said before, he's always welcome to come back when time allows it. Because again, I do try to bring on a whole host of various people, and while will do the whole creator, bring on creator people, I do a whole of different things. So I believe it's worth. Uh, what's the word? I believe it's worth looking into and trying out and doing all this stuff because I've I've built what I've done on that risk of like you don't know what's going to happen, but that's the most exciting part about having a conversation with someone is that you don't know what's going to happen. And
Mm.
I don't have any cards or anything, but if I did, I just rip them because I don't need cards to have a conversation with. So, but anyway, that is the end of that. And again, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern for the 79th Pay It Forward stream. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna be like, no, it says 78th. I'm like, God dang it. Um, but regardless, thank you all for being here. And of course, I end the show, like you saw earlier with the opening song. I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo, who's the artist of this one. And again, uh, hope to see you all tomorrow. If not, that's all right. I just hope you have all great weekend. But regardless, and don't forget to mute your mic as well. Regardless, have a great night, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.